Hello. Hello. I apologize for how late I am today. Some days things go pretty well. Some days it's a struggle. It was a struggle day. So, hello. Thank you for being here. I am here with you every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we've got a fantastic community because you have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. No, I didn't have Stay Calm today. I did let you know yesterday that there wouldn't be Stay Calm today. Sarah's out of town. So anyway, hello. If you're watching on replay, hi. Don't forget, down in the description box, all the questions are listed there. You can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on higher speed. Whatever works best for you. So here we are. Okay. Good. Thank you. I'm not sure what to do for an overlay. I have a couple of options. So what do you think? Because I just want to go with the cat because it's cute. But we're going to start at number 1. 1 minute, 30 seconds in. So yesterday, hello, Lena. Thanks, I forgot I got upset. Ooh, what? Oh, I'm sorry. But I think we're going to start here. That's your hint, especially that. So yesterday, can you if that's your hint, can you guess what this is about? Yesterday in Los Angeles. Those of you who know Los Angeles, or you may know. No, it isn't quite Let Them Eat Cake, Amanda. It's MacArthur Park is a real place. It's in Los Angeles. And yesterday, we're all getting married, Dorita says. Okay, sure, we're all getting married. ICE showed up yesterday. Oh, Ming and Bryce is 25 miles from me. I understand. Yeah, MacArthur Park. ICE showed up en masse. Huge, just huge. Some of them were on horses. They were trucks. They were, you name it. It was just, and you know who was there in that park? Bunch of kids playing soccer for a summer camp. You know how many arrests there were yesterday after that massive showing? 0. Finally, the mayor of Los Angeles, last name is Bass, isn't it? She showed up and basically told them to leave. And now ICE is complaining that she interfered. You scared a bunch of kids. Susan said on horses, carrying the flag like Civil War soldiers. Mayor says it's all to stoke fear. Yeah. Whew. Unbelievable. And they've said that now they have so much money, so much funding. ICE is saying that they're get used to this. Some people are trying to call it Donald Trump's secret police. Not exactly secret. Adding insult to injury. Absolutely. It's what we expect. There's President Blunderdump, the fool, twisting everything around. That's a theft card, stabbing people in the back in this case. Two of Wands is for kids having summer camp, playing games and being kids. Joyce says it was to cause fear, not arrest people. Oh, yeah. Ace of Swords. I'd love to say that's the sword of truth, but it can also just be a big mass showing. And Sleepless Nights. It's pretty much what we expect. So basically, someone left decency out in the rain. Wow. Yeah, okay. Where was I? Okay, so we've got more. Okay. Make sure I'm in the right place. I'm there, so I can put in the right question. Okay, so 6 minutes, 40 seconds in. Now we go on to the everything's completely normal. But Dubsy had a couple of really good questions. With all of the documentation that this regime is trying to get rid of, important documentation, is it saved somewhere that it can be restored when we have a sane government again? That would be lovely. Can we do that? Okay, I can't do this cake anymore. It's upsetting me. I can do I could do the boo-boo type cat. No, I'm going to do the cartoony cats because they're cute. There. I'm going to go with that. I need that good energy. Okay. Amanda says, didn't Dumpy say in a video that he attacked California? Oh my gosh. Really? Yeah, Rose Blue, J-Rock Cruise. Yeah. After the budget thing, he went on vacation in Greece and then took his sweet time. May have lied about coming back. Like when he came back. Yeah. Thank you, Silver. But documentation, will we be able to, well, there's some things that are gone, but we'll be able to restore. Just being able to restore normalcy would be a huge boon. Ten of Swords, the damage these blankety blanks are doing. Ace of Pentacles. Well, there's the huge database. There's word on the street is that Dumpy is having them build a massive database of citizens. But tell me again, MAGA, how government overreach, nanny state, blah, 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 mark of the beast, blah, blah. Yeah. Four of Wands. This just feels lazy. Knight of Wands. Well, that we know they've already done quite a bit of damage to records, to Chat says in the Doge stolen information. Exactly. Oxford Cat says Five Eyes has all this documentation. Maybe. I think they've been able to get rid of some stuff. This is the right on the defensive, and there's a tower here. I think there's going to come a point where I really do think there's going to come a point where we're going to discover something that they have quietly gotten rid of, and it's going to be bad. I wish I knew exactly when, but I do also just feel in my bones and from historical precedents that we can't get through these next couple of years with this astrology and these kind of divisions in our country without some kind of bigger disruption. And that's worrying. Okay. So okay. And the next thing is at 10:45. Thank you for being here. Like the Epstein files, the honoring of Black and female heroes, etc. The court documents against TacoMan, they are literally trying to rewrite history, clearing TacoMan of any accusations or possible accountability. That's true. Rachel Maddow just buried Pam Bondi over the Epstein flip-flop, sitting on my desk. Mm-hmm. So yeah, MAGA's really mad. Alex Jones was really, he's taken to doing a live stream from inside his car. Whatever. But he was just, let me see, what was the exact, let me grab the exact quote, because my response was, yeah, Crimea River. You helped get, you are scum, and you helped scum get into office. So, there. Breaks down in tears. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. You did this. Seriously. You're responsible. Yeah. So anyway, the are they going to get away with this? Just whitewashing this whole thing. Put the cat back up. There we go. Joyce says if Trump wasn't involved, why didn't they release it to prove that? Because he is. Because there were a lot of very rich, powerful people that were serviced by Ghislaine. She's in prison for apparently no reason whatsoever. There was no list. There was no... She's there for funsies. Yeah. Burden. This is a card for the reading. Burden. Emperor. Secrets. These are the cards for the reading. Raymond says Epstein's brother said Jeffrey had the goods on fatuous 45. Yeah. Refusal. Choice. Legal choice. Queen of Cups. Oh, Democrats aren't done. No. No. Just wait. Unfortunately, we have to wait quite a while. But you just wait. Yeah. Nancy says that video of the jail was edited. If you zoom in to the top right of the video, you see the bottom of a video editing menu. Then when the tape has the missing, when the tape has the missing minute, you see it disappear at midnight. Well, thank you, Nancy. That's interesting. I'll have to go look at some point. All right. Amy says, I saw on TV last night the video is missing a minute. course it is. Yeah. So but I don't have this, I'm not getting that this is going to be able to be swept under the rug forever. That's what I'm getting. 1530. Sharon Rice had a question. GOP Representative Mark Green of Tennessee resigned his seat. Bye. After the Bananacakes Bill was signed by Tyrantisaurus Ratz. Will we see more of an exodus of red team rats jumping ship soon, preferably? I haven't asked this exact question. Good question. So, more rats leaving? Oh, I'm glad, Brianna. Corruption. Is a card for the reading. Corruption. Emperor. Secrets. I need to spread out my major arcana, but that explains. That's a lot of the Republicans right there. Okay. Actual reading. Strength. Chariot. Oh, they know Democrats are coming in strong. If we vote, we're going to vote, right? We're all going to vote. Very, very importantly, we're going to vote. We're going to get other Democrats to vote. We're all going to vote blue, right? Right? Six of Pentacles. If he leaves now, if he leaves now, if some of the others leave now, they will be offered cushy jobs. Whereas if they get defeated, maybe you're not leaving on a high. Knight of Swords, Three of Pentacles. There's the plan, the aggression there. I'm definitely getting fleeing. And they can see the writing on the wall, and they don't want to be a part of this plan. So will this continue? Ming and Brian said blue all the way. Excellent. Ms. Gibson says absolutely. E has all blue hearts and says he's leaving for a better job. As long as he's leaving. And it says blue, blue, blue. Yes. Old Silver says I will if they let me, carrying around my last ex's name. Paperwork. Ain't it grand? Roseblue's asking, will resignations continue? Well, that's what I'm looking at here. And I've got is temperance. They want, the Republicans obviously want as many of these people to stick around as possible. Certainly not leaving early, because you don't want to hand control over to the Democrats. Do it. It would do such a better job at governing. Seriously. Queen of Pentacles, that's the group of them. There's the Emperor again, and a day late and a dollar short. It's how bad the polling is looking. It depends completely on the polling. It depends on Dumpster Fire himself. So Joyce said rather resign than face their constituents. There's that too. They loved the perks. They loved how you can enrich yourself by becoming a congressperson. Decisions they made, like the budget. King of Cups. You've got Democrats, and you've got Hermit Republicans. Okay, for what it's worth, I'm getting Republicans being defeated. But we can only make that happen if we vote. So, okay. So let's move on to international. Okay. So at 20 minutes, 15 seconds in, the stupid, it burns. President Blunderdum is ramping up his tariff threats again. He sent, you ready for this? The White House sent a form letter to leaders of most countries on Earth. A form letter. Japan got the same letter that Indonesia got, that Brazil got, that... Do you realize these other countries wouldn't do that? They wouldn't send out a form letter to just about every country on Earth, because that would be wildly embarrassing. A form letter about the tariffs is my understanding, and is basically telling them, we invite you to take part in the American market, the greatest, biggest market on Earth. It's only going to cost you 25% tariffs. It's like, but they're not paying that. We are. The American people are. So, wow. Matter of fact, there was I think it was a headline on Huffington Post. Dealmaker Don drops pure gibberish. And it was supposed to be, this is going forward now. Now it's being pushed back to August 1st. Chicken taco. Swing chicken taco. Chicken taco. Oh, his chicken's out. What a fool. What a fool. The emperor is delusional. Boy, is this... Oh my gosh. Hello, death card. Wow. Major Arcana is jumping out today. Oh my gosh. They are clumping together too. Trying to spread them out a little bit. Goodness gracious. But I know I'm naive, but it just, can there really be that many people who are that blind and or stupid to the damage these tariffs are doing? There's justice. There's the rest of the world looking at us like, what the heck? Sure, your people are willing to pay tariffs to just about every country on Earth. Your people are paying for that. Okay. Oh, you mean this isn't going to supercharge the economy? Because he's a fool, and these are stupid decisions. Dumb as a post. Narcissism will do that to you. It will make you so narrow-minded that you can't be anything but a complete moron. That's what narcissism does. It turns you into an idiot. Yes, Amanda, new TLC show idea. 90-day tariffs. Yes. Yep, majors again. Exactly, Anne. Exactly. Lois is saying the U.S. has lost 4.6% in exports and will take GDP less $4 billion in year end. Wow. Okay. Well, I know, by the way, if I ever sound dismissive, it is never at you. It is it. This. Anyway. Julie Hoffman had an interesting question about this at 25 minutes in, which is, do Senate and House Republicans understand that negative global disdain for dumpster J for Genius dump extends to each one of them for supporting and enabling detrimental policies that extend beyond U.S. borders and interests? Hello? Or is it just, I only care about my seat, I only care about getting reelected, that's all I care about? Probably, but So, GOP, twigging how bad this is making you look? Because there are places in the world right now who, well, there aren't that many places that aren't horrified by Donald Trump, but there are definitely places in the world where they're being very generous and understanding that there are so many millions, tens upon tens of millions of people in this country who are absolutely fighting back, who are speaking out, who are horrified, who are as or more horrified than they are. So thank heavens, thank you for understanding we are here too. But yeah, this is pretty myopic. A disappointment. Anything to stop the radical left agenda. Okay, why? I shuffled a little bit and suddenly got 5 major arcana in one place. They're all like rising up to the top of the deck. It's very strange. I keep spreading them out and they shuffle just a little and it's just clump back together. Very strange. Very strange. Okay. So, disappointment. I have to own the liberals. So, do Senate and House Republicans understand how bad this is making them look? Judgment, Knight of Swords, 3 of Swords, ouch, Swords to the heart, 8 of Pentacles, daily work, 2 of Wands, far right communication. So, is it making them look bad? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Are they going to do anything differently? No. It's just work. That's just communication. That's just going back to work on a random weekday. Just... Okay. All right. At 28 minutes in, Shauna had a question about the summer storm season and considering hurricane season is starting. How bad is it going to get? We're only at the beginning of the summer storm season. Ms. Gibson says, I seriously think they don't care. The Republicans, no. Raymond, you are a national treasure. If the United States saw what the United States is doing in the United States would invade the United States to liberate the United States from the tyranny of the United States. That is awesome. Thank you. That was good. That was good. Deb says several other readers are having major arcana showing up regardless of shuffling and interspersing them. Well, we talked yesterday all about the astrology that's going on now. It's a big deal. It's a very big deal. So, summer storm season. President Blunderdum, he said he instead of FEMA, he's moving things back to the states. Oh, you mean the red states who are constantly having to take money from the blue states? They're supposed to clean up after themselves? Sure, Jan. Okay. This idiot's in the center of everything. Page of Swords. These were the bratty Doge cuts done by Muck and the children he hired. And there's the Emperor card again. I'm starting to feel like this is some magic trick that I'm not in control of. Anyway. Summer storm season. King of Pentacles. Yeah, they've done all those cuts. Empress. That's the country. King of Wands. There's Dumpy the man. Tower. Ouch. Queen of Cups. Democrats cleaning up. That's not good. It's good that Democrats are cleaning up and helping, but the Tower card, because of their cuts, because of their stupidity. Yeah, that's not good. So, okay. Next. Oh, okay. Julie Hoffman was asking something about that. 3140. Okay. President Blunderdum said that he was handing back disaster responsibilities to the states. Oh, yeah, sure. Governors should be capable of doing this and can ask for help from other states. That's what's here. Okay. Can states hold back federal tax to make up for a lack of federal aid? So I guess we need to look at first, really? Is this, because then a reporter asked him about FEMA in the sense of what happened in this heinousness in Texas. And he was just, well, we'll have to look at it. Where which is blue state coalition, red states can look after themselves. Yeah. Nine of Swords, sleepless nights. A lot of storm damage. Major Arcana, Magician. Major Arcana, Sun. Major Arcana, Chariot. Five of Swords, adding insult to injury. Knight of Wands, going forward with their own stupidity there. Allocation of funds, based on my Sun card is I never wanted a racism card, but yeah, based on what color your skin is. Sure, this is a big movement, but the federal government's pathetic. Just takes more responsibility away from dumpster fire. So, can states hold back federal tax to make up for the lack of federal aid? I would doubt it. Well, King of Swords, their state legislatures would have to agree to go through with that. Three of Wands, waiting for their ship to come in. So this would be dumpster fire and his ilk, waiting for the tax revenue to come in. Chariot, that's a big show. Magician is allocation of funds. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I'm not necessarily getting that states are not going to pay the federal government, but There's if the astrology was nicer, and it isn't even the worst of the worst. It isn't like a grand cross or anything, but there's just so much astrological energy coming through. All right, states, what are you going to do? Hello, Jean. Red states aren't going to like it. Or major arcana beneath that's the Fool, because it's his fault. Thief card, 10 of Swords, ouch, Queen of Swords, cutting things off. Okay, well, here, let me show you something, since we're talking about this. I don't usually do screen captures, but every once in a while. So over on the Astrology Podcast, episode 496 with Chris Brennan. Chris Brennan he was talking about Uranus entering Gemini, which it just did. And he showed a graphic that he mentioned who had done it, but I don't see the name on here. But I'm sorry I don't have this on my computer. But have a quick look and I'll explain what you're looking at. All right, so there's Chris Brennan up here. And then you have a timeline and you have these 4 lines, okay? So you got these 4 lines, regular vertical lines, okay? Each one of these lines represents when Uranus was in Gemini. Okay? Yeah. Revolutionary War, Civil War, World War II, and then now. So, yeah, and this is available now at the Astrology Podcast. So, yeah. Plus, there's Pluto we've had our Pluto return. We're coming up on our Uranus return. And then we even talked about Neptune. So, well, I've not just straight up asked that question. 3815. Will any blue states join Canada? Now, the likelihood of that happening, the lift you would have to come up with would be massive. This isn't something you'd be like, oh yeah, well, we had a few gerrymandered districts, so now we can do this. No. This is constitutional. This is a big deal. This would not happen quickly. It would not happen remotely easily. But I'm just wondering, will any blue states join Canada? Amy's saying, I'll join Canada. There you go. You wonderful people in the chat, you once told me that I apologize so much that you've made me an honorary Canadian. Sorry. Oh dear. I think we're going to have other problems. There's Trump's base of power. That'll come up later. Knight of Cups. Oh, definitely Democrats fed up. Hermit. Isolating the blue states, isolating themselves more from the red states. Queen of Pentacles. Well, this is the Republicans are still in charge. And then I've got a Death card and the Lovers. Again, major arcana. 3 major arcana. So the This is the cult going down with the ship, but this feels like other problems. And that's assuming Canada would want any of us. Debsy says the IRS is now saying that churches can endorse political candidates. I saw that. So I didn't see in the chat. I hope I made somebody laugh. Mayors of Chicago and Toronto are alike. There we go. Yeah, I would imagine it would be like probably Michigan, although Michigan has some reddish parts. But okay, now this is a like okay. Trump's Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins. Yay. Has argued that 34 million able-bodied adults, quote unquote, who are at risk of losing their Medicaid benefits should be expected to do farm work and take the jobs of migrants on farms. Trump's agriculture head expects 34 million able-bodied on Medicaid to do farm work. I cannot. Slave labor. Yes. Chat. Yes. Mayor. Yes. Yep. Pretty much. $34 million people. You can't get there from here. They willfully want to think that people who are using the safety net are just sitting around playing video games all day, doing absolutely nothing. When the reality is that the vast majority of people who need assistance are working full time, maybe multiple jobs. So, 34 million. Illusion, delusion. Wheel of Fortune, again, major arcana. They're just, the black outlines, just everywhere. Just Wheel of Fortune. Oh, have you fallen upon bad fortune? Yeah, well, tough, you're out. Queen of Cups. Justice. 10 of Swords. Ouch. Chariot, making a show of it. Yes, belittle people who need money, who need help. Yes, make them feel less than. Does that make your tiny little blown glass ego feel bigger? Does that help you? You know, there was a thing when I was growing up, because I went to all kinds of different schools, and quite a few of them were Catholic, and because my family is. And I do remember the little posters that said, "You never stand so tall as when you crouch down to help someone else." But tell me again how Christian you are. Okay. No, this is ridiculous. But it's going to hurt people, and that makes me crazy. All right. So I looked at that. Okay, so this is, Nettie had another question about the tariffs at 45 minutes in. Japan just slammed fatuous 47 over his tariff attacks against them. Yeah. saying they won't easily compromise with Trump. Don't make the Japanese people, don't make the Japanese government mad. That's tended to not go so well. Just saying. Not saying they're the same people, but where will this lead to with them and all other countries he's hurting do these tariffs, while at the time destroying the US? Well, before I came on, there was someone in the chat talking about Amazon Prime Days, because apparently it's starting now, today. So I was over on Amazon earlier, and I was looking for some of the more expensive things, like the protein powder I have every morning, and trying to see if I could get good deals, because I use so much of it. If I can save even $5 a container, it really adds up. And someone in the chat said, I'll bet that the Amazon Prime Day prices are pretty much a discount that puts them back where they were before the tariffs. And judging by the Orgain protein powder, that's exactly what's happening. Because the price went from about $24 a tub to almost $31 a tub. But the big Prime Day sale, it's 24 and change. So, oh yeah, that's the other thing, Carlin. Most live nowhere near farms. How are they supposed to get there? Yes. But we're already dealing with this, and now he wants to play the tariff taco game again. You realize there's a certain amount of, crying wolf. Because more and more other countries don't care. They're just like, he'll back off. The last time he did all these tariffs and in the world, and he was saying he was going to make deals with all these countries, almost none of them contacted him. And why should they? Why? He's going to back off, or the American people are going to pay the tariffs. And they can't convince him. So why? Twist it around. Six of Swords. Well, this is moving these objects across the sea. So where will this lead to? Eight of Swords. This is hemmed in. And the only reason this is happening is because of President Dumpster Fire. In the center, we have Nine of Cups. That's all this stuff. Christmas could be a little bleak this year. Mayor says, use cash, buy local, if you can. I'm in a situation where I don't have a car, et cetera. So, but it's a if you can, do. This is our stuff. King of Swords. So these are all these legal decisions, executive orders, and there is Trump, the dumb blankety blank that he is. That's what's going to happen. Now, I'm not willing to throw in the towel. I'm not, honestly. I do believe we're going to get through this. But there are some things that might get a little off kilter. So something to keep in mind. I don't know if this is actually going to happen, but I was listening to Mr. Global. That's the moniker he uses. And he was talking about what this budget does in the US to renewable energy, to this, that, and the other. And it is very much going to economically, when it comes to energy, shoot America in the foot. And I don't know if this is true, but he was talking about what this could mean, and it could mean our electric prices going higher. So, I mean, I don't have money to put solar panels on this home, but do keep it in mind. I'm trying to give you as much information as I can, because, you know, it's the joke about, well, at least I know if there was a storm, I could quickly make a bunch of quilts so that my family would be warm, because of what Sarah calls, I love this, she calls it sable. And that is a craft person supply above B, I forget what B is, but life expectancy. Basically, you have more crafts and more fabric and more all of that than you could possibly use in your expected life expectancy. So if you know, keep an eye out on the sales, keep an eye out for other options. So yeah, all right. That is going to do it for me for today. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. It is 1:12 p.m. here in Chicago. Brianna says, and my husband thinks I have too much yarn. Nah. All right. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. Sarah is not home, so I will be in charge at Creative Sprints. And other than that, guess where I'll be tomorrow at this time, or just at noon or just after in Chicago? I will be right back here, because I always am. And when I say always, yeah. Anyway, thank you, Stash. Stash acquired beyond life expectancy. Thank you, Beth Cat. Thank you. That's it. Yes, stash acquired beyond life expectancy. Yeah. All right. Hang in there. You're not alone. We are in this together. There are good days ahead. All right. But take care of yourself. All right. And I will see you later. All right. Bye.